G'day everyone, it's your boy, Jordan CS No here, back with another cringy ass video on the dark web, and you're never gonna believe it. We finally have another Sony Fanboy video. Let's go. How long's it been? What, a month? My point is, it's been too long. Last year, my entire channel was Sony Fanboy content. I actually diversified my content. I mean, I made a pretty sick Hyperlight Drifter review, which no one watched, and I made a bunch of Elden Ring videos this month. So honestly, it feels kind of good to finally talk about Sony Fanboys again. Like, I mean, I am positively throbbing at this opportunity, because today, we get to talk about Sony Fanboys going absolutely fucking ballistic at David Jaffe over his comments on the God of War Ragnarok trailer, as David Jaffe has made the very bold decision to call the God of War Ragnarok trailer DLC, or, well, he didn't even really say that, he just said it looks like DLC. Mainly in the fact that it looks like more of the same, and there's nothing really new added. Although he does point out in both of the videos that he made about this that that isn't a bad thing, as God of War 2018 was pretty good. But because he said the words DLC and PlayStation fanboys seem to think that DLC is an insult, probably because they say that Xbox games are DLC. Needless to say, it pissed off a lot of PlayStation fanboys. Now what we're going to be focusing on today is the episode of King Thrash's podcast, where him and a bunch of other PlayStation fanboys debated David Jaffe about this. Now, while most of the conversation was fairly tame, the part that's been memed the most, which is the part that we're going to be looking at today, is of this one fanboy getting really angry at David Jaffe, and just spurging the fuck out, which honestly was really funny. Which, in case you don't know who the fanboy that did this was, it was, I think his Twitter name is like Sick Humor TV or something. I don't know, he was the same guy from ages ago, which a bunch of other channels covered this, I didn't, who said he pisses away money every single day for his business, so, you know, he can't relate when people say they can't afford $70 games. You know, basically poor-shaming people for not being able to afford $70 games. But honestly though, the conversation is pretty funny, so without further ado, let's just get straight into it.
I think it was clickbait because I mean, ragging on shit that Sony does is that's the cool thing to do for YouTube, my boy. That's what I'm talking about.
Bruh, that is the stupidest shit ever. Ragging on Sony is the cool thing to do on YouTube. Just hating on Sony is not the cool thing to do on YouTube. But you know what is? Making fun of Sony fanboys. Content goldmine, I swear to God.
Single Sony developed game, you have a terrible take on each and every one of them.
Okay, so
I don't think this is any different.
Wait a minute, you don't, okay, what are you talking about?
Are you going to let me finish, or are you going to continue to cut me off? You're asking me a question, I am trying to answer your question.
Give some examples.
What do you mean, give some examples?
You said,
damn bro, Jaffe, go easy on him. Man forgot he ain't on Twitter anymore, and that he actually has to try and substantiate his bullshit arguments. I mean, in all seriousness though, did this dickhead really think that that was gonna slide with David Jaffe? That he could just make random outrageous claims like, every time you talk about a Sony game, it's a bad take, and not get called out on his bullshit? Sorry, but that shit just ain't gonna fly in an actual live debate.
Your take on Last of Us 2 was fucking terrible.
Has absolutely made me a believer in the talent of that guy. I mean, that's not even true. I always knew he was talented. His just stuff wasn't for me. This is for me. I fucking love this game. Still not my game of the year. Definitely top 3.
You know what? I gotta agree with Sick here. That actually was a pretty shit take. Oh wait. What? He was expecting David to dislike the game. I mean, if it wasn't a given already, this should just prove that Sony fanboys have absolutely no idea what the fuck they're talking about when they say literally anything.
It was my favorite fucking game of the year!
Absolutely fucking terrible.
Wait, David Jaffe's take on God of War was terrible. Huh. What actually was Jaffe's take on God of War? Jaffe, can you tell us?
It is one of my favorite games I've played in a long time. I adored this game. Santa Monica, thank you. Corey, thank you. Shannon, thank you. Yumi, Sean Layden, Scott Rohde, Shuhei Yoshida, all you guys, man.
Oh wait, he actually liked the game. I mean, seriously, at this point, Sony fanboys have got to be the most sensitive fucking people on planet Earth. To seriously think that somebody like David Jaffe, who pretty much likes all of Sony's games, is an Xbox fanboy and hates Sony. How does that make any goddamn sense?
As a matter of fact, you said you didn't even want to that God of War, if I remember correctly.
It is one of my favorite games I've played in a long time.
One thing I won't do is I won't play the record.
Yeah, because there's no goddamn record to play. You've got no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I mean, kind of a given. He's a Sony fanboy. As well, as we all know, Proof and Sony fanboys don't exactly mix together.
It's fucking disheartening as fuck. Oh, shut up. You being more interested in being a fucking YouTuber than respecting your fellow fucking developers because you need a nice fucking title to put in your stupid fucking video.
A reminder to all the viewers at home that this is a debate about video games. Keep that in mind. This motherfucker is seriously this angry, getting really fired up and yelling, over David Jaffe saying that God of War Ragnarok looks like more of the same. Maybe it's just me, but I will never understand how some people can get this fucking angry over somebody else's take on a video game. Not even a game, the trailer. And not to mention, the rest of the podcast isn't really much better than this, since they all pretty much just fail to understand anything that David Jaffe is saying. Like, I'm honestly quite surprised that I somehow managed to sit through all of this, so I don't know, if you're this far in the video, leave it a like. It really does help out the channel. Also comment as well to increase my engagement. But anyway, let's look at some stuff that are sort of a follow-up to this podcast. This first one coming from Guapzilla, who I've mentioned in a couple videos before. It says, "Sick TV went straight Hulk. Glad to call that man a friend for the way he wrestled the legendary David Jaffe live on the Roundtable podcast, hosted by Do What You Do. Can't miss it TV, y'all." I'm sorry, dude. Are we living in the same reality? Like, did we watch the same podcast? Because I feel like Sick TV kinda got destroyed. Like, the man couldn't argue back against David Jaffe. His only defense was talking over him and making unsubstantiated claims. Like, as far as things go, I'd have to give this one to David Jaffe. This next one also comes from Guapzilla. It says, "Just roasted David Jaffe on Do What You Do's Roundtable podcast via Super Chat." Wait, he roasted David Jaffe on the podcast? I wonder how that went down. Let's see.
The homie Guapzilla said Jaff's career post God of War is a DLC since it's a compliment. Damn, y'all niggas are stabbing niggas.
No, I'm just curious. Does that come with a link to your LinkedIn? Guapzilla, what the fuck have you done, bitch? I have made multi-million selling franchises, both of which are being made into TV shows and movies, as well as sequels. So sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, or jump in the arena and compare your work to my work. How many people watch your show, Zilla? How many people follow you on Twitter, Guapzilla? You want to fucking compete? We can do it. But don't fucking try to act like you got something to say and you have nothing to back it up with.
All right. And then Jay Barry.
You know, once again, I think we're living in a completely different reality because I think Guapzilla kind of got roasted by David Jaffe there. But anyway, that's the end of this goddamn bloodbath here, so that's all for today. If you did enjoy, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter at JordanCSNo. Subscribe to the second channel, JordanCS2, for more videos. Links to both of those will be in the description. Please don't send any hate over to any accounts mentioned in this video. It's really unneeded. But that's all for today. So until next time, Piss off.